Welcome back to the Roger Reviews channel, and this 7th episode of The Orange Line, where we go back to the year 2013 and check out the first ever wave of the Black series. And this time we're checking out the Stars of Black series, Han Solo from The Orange Line. Looking at the front of the box, you get the figure that's included along with all the accessories in this window. You also get the Black series logo up here, the small portrait, and the name down here at the bottom. And then going right here in the back of the box, you get this cool black and white picture of Han at the cantina bar where he faces off against Greedo. And then of course you get a description, the Star Wars logo, some little warnings, and the orange line running in the back. But I'll go ahead and get on with the plastic and we see what's inside. And here is out of the box, and my goodness, seeing Han in this original, New Hope look is really cool, and getting to see the first ever version of him is even better. I love the overall amount of detail in the outfit, and then of course in the face as well. And then of course, like I do, I'll go ahead and do a quick rundown of the articulation. So I'll go ahead and zoom out on the face right here. Look at that. So as you can see, he has some hand-painted eyes, eyebrows right there. And of course, he has that awesome, sort of like mold to look like Harrison Ford. I like his hairstyle as well. It has this nice, like, dark brown sort of like shading going right throughout it. But yeah, it's really impressive for, the first ever Han figure. So yeah, there's nothing bad to say about that. But of course, he does have a joint here at the top of the neck, so you get quite a bit of movement as you can see, which is very nice. You do get a ball joint here at the waist, here in the torso. He does have like his black sort of like vest right here, and it's made of a looser plastic. It feels really nice. And then of course he has that white undershirt, and it has this open collar right here. Looking at the arms, they do stick out about there. They go all the way around with ease. His elbow goes out about there, swivel, and then of course he does have articulation in the wrist and at the hand. The other side as well, arm sticks out about there, goes all the way around. His elbow goes up about there, swivel, and then of course he does have articulation at the wrist and at the hand. And then looking at the waist, he has this Stormtrooper belt, and I think it's really neat because it's based off of the appearance in the film where they get out of the trash compactor, and then Luke and Han both wear the Stormtrooper belts around their waist throughout that part of the film. But I think it's really neat because it has, these little pouches, but it does have the holster, and this is the one accessory I keep on saying. They definitely need to put this on Stormtroopers. This is a need, this is necessary for those figures. And I'm really glad that he comes with it. But other than that, it's just plain white. And then looking down here at the legs, he does have his navy pants with the red stripe. They do go out into a swim position. They do go out into a sitting position. And they go back about there. And then of course, he does have a swivel here on the thighs. And looking at the knees do have double joints, so they go back about there. And looking at the boots, they come in this really nice glossy black color. They do point down about there. They do point up about there. And he does have rock wrinkles, so there's some cool action poses. And now looking at the accessories, he comes with a Stormtrooper blaster. Looking at the Stormtrooper blaster, looks very nice. And of course, like I have mentioned before, this mold is very unique because it's very basic. And compared to the other, blaster we've gotten, the other one is much more updated. Whereas like the flashlight, bigger scope, and the mag. But I like this mold. It's very slim. To put on the blaster, all you do is just slide it inside the grip right here of his hand. Turns to the trigger finger. And then afterwards, you can place his hand in front of it. And it looks really neat. Or if we're not going to use the blaster, you can slide it right here inside the holster, and it's very snug and will not come off. Moving on, he goes with his pistol. Look at the pistol, looks very nice, and of course it is Han's iconic pistol with the brown grip, this sort of like gunmetal look to it, the scope, and the silver at the tip of the barrel. To equip the pistol, again, all you do is just slide it inside the grip of his hand, turn to the trigger finger, and it looks really cool. But of course Han needs to store that pistol, so in order to do so, you have to swap out the belt. I was shocked too to realize that Han comes with another belt, and this is of course the one he wears all the time. Comes in this brown color, has a silver belt buckle right here, some little gadgets. The little speaker does not come off, but of course he does have his holster right here on his hip. To swap out the belt, right here on the side of his hip, you'll notice that there's a fatter part to the stormtrooper belt. You take it off and it is a peg, so I'll go ahead and place that to the side. Now putting on Han's belt is very different because you have to loop this around, this little part that goes around his thigh. It goes down here on his ankle. You run it all the way up to his thigh right there, and then you want to get the belt, and it has a little peg right here in the back. Another thing to note is the holster goes on his right hip, so don't get it mixed up with the other side, or else it does go on, but it's not the right way. But other than that, it looks really neat. And Han's pistol fits very perfectly. And finally, he goes with a pair of hands. Look at the hands. They look very unique. These are the ones that he wears, or these gloves are the ones that he wears when he's repairing the Falcon, or he's manning the gunner. He always wears these yellow gloves, and they look really cool. To swap out the hands, all you do is just pull off the hand off of the peg, just like that, and you find the matching pair, place it on there until it clicks into place, and there you go. Here he is with the gloves, and here he is with the normal pair. So as an overview of the figure, I think Hasbro got everything about Han Solo on point, and this being the first ever Black Series figure of him, I mean, there's nothing wrong to say about it. I love the accessories, especially with these, different holsters. That's something I've never seen before in the Black Series, and the gloves are pretty cool. And then, of course, the one thing that I loved most about this figure was that the Stormtrooper belts actually had that holster, which is something we've never seen as far as like on the newer troopers. So I hope that's something that Hasbro can fix. But seeing Han in his original look is even better, and I like how you have optional looks as well. But I'm going to leave you here and say if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. And that's the content you see here on the channel so far. Be sure to subscribe. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram page. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys on the next one.